What's up, everyone? Welcome to the December 2nd edition of FanDuel Tournament Plays, brought to you by BetMGM. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can follow me on Twitter at ShipMyMoney DFS. We have an 11-game NBA slate to look at tonight. As always, we're going to take a look at 5 of the top tournament options using the Boom Bust tool on the Stokastic.com website. But first, we do have an offer for you from BetMGM. Click the link in the description below, sign up, and make a deposit. Place a $10 wager on any pregame World Cup money line and receive $200 in free bets if any team scores a goal. It doesn't have to be a team in the game that you bet, just any team in the World Cup. They score a goal, you get $200. There's already been goals scored, so place your $10 bet, get $200 in free bets from BetMGM. Click that link below to take advantage. Now, keep in mind, it is an 11-game slate. There is some pending injury news. Things are going to change between now and lock, but as of right now, looking at the Boom Bust tool on the Stokastic.com website, starting at number 5, Darius Garland, projected for 12% ownership with a 12% chance of being in the optimal lineup. Garland is $8,500 with point guard and shooting guard eligibility. He has a favorable matchup tonight against Orlando, and in the games that he has played an entire game with Donovan Mitchell active, Garland has averaged 36.9 minutes per game and 1.05 FanDuel points per minute. Number 4, LeBron James, $10,100 price tag, projected for 8% ownership with a 12% chance of being in the optimal lineup. James is small forward and power forward eligible, and in the games that Anthony Davis has been active this year, James has averaged 1.32 FanDuel points per minute and 35.1 minutes per game. Number 3, CJ McCollum, expected to return tonight for the Pelicans. We haven't gotten any word yet on a playing time restriction, but I'm not expecting him to be particularly limited unless we hear otherwise. Typically, you would get 37 to 38 minutes from McCollum in this spot. I think it's reasonable to expect 34 to 35 unless we hear that he's going to be restricted. Typically, when guys take a day off between getting out of health and safety protocols and coming back to play, I expect them to play pretty close to normal minutes, and that's the case for McCollum. He's only projected for 6% ownership, though, with a 12% chance of being in the optimal lineup. He's only $7,600. He has point guard and shooting guard eligibility, and he's averaged 1.13 FanDuel points per minute without Brandon Ingram on the floor this season. Number 2, Trey Jones, 14% chance of being in the optimal lineup, 15% projected ownership. He's $6,400 and should give you around 32 minutes tonight for a shorthanded Spurs team. Jones has averaged 1 FanDuel point per minute so far this season. And number 1, Jalen McDaniels, just $4,500 with power forward eligibility. McDaniels is projected for 19% ownership with a 25% chance of being in the optimal lineup. He's averaged 0.84 FanDuel points per minute this season and is likely to play 30-plus minutes tonight for the Hornets, assuming that he remains in the starting lineup with Gordon Hayward and LaMelo Ball sidelined. So to recap, the top 5 tournament options as things currently stand: number 5, Darius Garland; number 4, LeBron James; number 3, CJ McCollum; number 2, Trey Jones; and number 1, Jalen McDaniels.